Hello, and welcome again. This is Guiding Lights right here. Today's episode is going to thrill you. We are actually going to be looking at the trials you are going through today. Are you going to embrace trials or you're going to wait for tidings? The truth is very clear that trials is something a true living being cannot get rid of. Trials comes in various ways. A trial is known to be a very unique test that sets you on the pace of promotion. It tests your endurance and at the same time your patience. It is one of the parcels that God gives to know if you, as a human, you actually know whom you have given your trust to. It is one great parcel, an overall objective that you would see that comes out of trial is one thing that molds us. It produces in us a character that builds us a unique attitude, that very pattern of living after. When you look at so many people, they just don't want to go through trials. They just want it to be all rosy. And if you ask some people, they will tell you they prefer more of tidings than that of trial. So take it from me today, trial is a test. And every living creature, every human is going to go through trials. Now look at it on this angle. Whom do you believe in? Whom do you trust in? Do you believe in your Maker? Do you believe there is a God in heaven, the most powerful? Do you believe that all powers belong to God? Do you believe that all things in existence today, the fruits of the earth, everything in existence belongs to God? It is something you so much would be patient about to understand that the glory of Christ shall appear. Now, when you go through trials as a human, don't think you're the first person. It is actually a test, yes. And the Almighty, whom sent his only begotten Son, known as Jesus Christ of Nazareth, he went through the cross. And so each and every one of us, we're going to go through the cross. When I look at neighbors around and friends around me, they just don't want to go through trials. They said, what have you? Do you have a piece of good information that is going to turn my life around? They just don't want to listen to that test you're going through, the trial you're going through. Our father Abraham, the one whom God blessed and made him father of many nations today, he went through one huge test that you and I may not be willing to go through. He went through it not being a father on time, even though he had his lovely wife Sarah by his side. He went through the trial, the test that he was not even aware of. He went through it. And at the end, what happened? He was promoted. His promotion was not a selfish promotion. It was one great promotion he actually deserved because he went through the trials. So that is just the truth. Every believer bears a cross. I don't know the cross you bear in this moment that is making you believe that you should stop trusting in God. I must tell you that Jesus did not commit any sin, but still he had to undergo the most severe trial, the most severe test. From who? Satan. Satan had no other option but to test him at that point in time. He went through severe trials, all through to make us understand that the moment we are for Him, there is usually a cross we are to bear. So apart from this, if you are a believer, you must receive the second baptism. That baptism, I usually call it the baptism of suffering. That's the suffering that Jesus went through. But do you know one funny thing about the trials? It is true that if you believe that you can overcome by yourself, you may not get it through. You may not get through it. But if you work on the Word of God, which says that you should trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not on your own understanding, then you will get it right. Because as at that point in time, you are giving Jesus your yoke. The yoke that is upon you, you're placing it on Him for Him to make it easy for you. So, it is good for you to know that there are two different things you should know. I see people most times, they make a lot of mistake. They take temptation to be one unique thing they could hold on to and call it for themselves. Temptation is totally different from that test, that trial you're going through. When temptation comes, it usually brings fear. But you must know that when trial comes, there is one faith in you that makes you believe that you are going through a test, and that test you will overcome. Now, Job is a unique example. When Satan approached God, he told him that he was going to put his son Job through a huge trial. But God answered him that my son Job is an upright and righteous man, and there is no one like him. So they brought before him so many misfortune, took away the tested Job with misfortunes and diseases by Satan himself, in order that he would deny God and renounce his faith. But what happened at the end? Job passed the test, and God multiplied his blessings at the end. So my brother, my sister, my listeners out there, I do not know the trial you're going through, but every trial is an opportunity for you to be promoted. So today, I would love for you to understand that it is not all about tidings every time. It is true that test is something you cannot get rid of. So hang on to God today. Keep trusting in God. Keep believing in Him. Trials of faith is one of the things that every human made by God, known as a believer, will face in their journey with Jesus. And when it is handled properly, it brings about glory. So are you facing any trials out there right now? I am saying to you, prayerfully and patiently wait upon the Lord. You will definitely overcome. Enjoy your moments. Until I come to you on the next episode, keep listening to your lovely, very poured guiding lights. Bye-bye.